crash, 100 yard dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought they could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Chicago Bears. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Andrew Sendejo in on the stop. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Trubisky to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Finding Gabriel complete. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel, 85 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They run with Howard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last time these two teams met, boy, was it memorable. Wild card weekend last year as the Eagles started their Super Bowl title defense, and they held on thanks to the doink or the double doink heard around the world on the Cody Parkey missed field goal, and the Eagles would escape 16-15. Of course, they would go on to lose the following weekend to the New Orleans Saints. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now wins, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On first down, they run with Howard. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down now, it's Howard, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the gun on third down, wins. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Now it's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run. This is Cohen. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Trubisky will throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, not that we had any questions, but it's obvious his arm does not hurt today, does it? He does not mind slinging it around.
He is firing that pigskin around the yard.
Yeah, putting it deep downfield, taking shots. Unsuccessful there, but I like his moxie.
Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now wins. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 1st down, a run with Cohen. Up to make the stop, the Pro Bowl safety, Malcolm Jenkins.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Come on.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Throwing here, Trubisky. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wentz, and complete to Zach Ertz. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Throwing is Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
74.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 58, boys, 58. 58, Mike.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to let this go deep for Jim. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
We own this. We own alert. 10.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And Miller with it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusives. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. You know, but don't let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Wins to throw again. Jeffrey with a catch left side. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And once more, he was looking for Alshon Jeffrey, and now it's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A huge play there for Chicago. 49 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. That's complete right side to Gabriel. Touchdown, Chicago! Taylor Gabriel with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. There defensively was Buster screen to knock it away. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wentz. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Hey, 18.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Pac-Man, waiting.
Mike 58, right there.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. It's Great 57. You better be ready.
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Ha-Ha Clinton Dix with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
53 is the mark. Go, go, go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Number 53, Mike 53. Here we go.
On 1st down, Cohen. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
It's easy work.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. They've been stopped twice at the 1. Can they finally break through on 3rd and goal? They try again with Cohen, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. To try again after the sack. Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Wentz. Flush to his right. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Being chased out left. He's got the hook up once again to Jeffrey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So the illegal forward pass also cost them a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Mike, check, 59.
Hey, high 7.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Forced out to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now Wentz on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Bilal Nichols. And the Bears will get the football back. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Chicago. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as his guys continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wentz going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. They have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll run it with Cohen. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
This is Cohen. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Trubisky. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cordarrelle Patterson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's Wentz to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Floyd getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rolling to his left. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
82, 82.
Check 59, Mike is...
Hey, wahoo.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And this is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
180.
Check 53's Mike. Check the outs. Check the outs.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Here we go.
Throwing here, Trubisky. steps away to his left. Open man is Trey Burton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Eluding the pressure right. A bullet throw, but incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And he's got this down to the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
I'm coming for you.
They'll try and pick it up with Cohen, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Nigel Bradham brings him down. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also...
And my goodness, another interception. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
At their own 25-yard line.
ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message? No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Number 53, Mike 53. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to.
Again, it's Cohen. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And